On April 29, 2013, a 747 cargo jet fell from the sky in full view of an entire airbase. It wasn't an attack. It was a fatal 60-ton shift in weight that made the plane completely unflyable. This is the story of National Flight 102 and the 90 seconds from takeoff to tragedy.
Bagram Air Base, Afghanistan. For over a decade, the heart of the American war effort. By 2013, the drawdown was underway. The mission: bring everything home.
This job fell to civilian contractors, like National Airlines.
Weather looks clear all the way to Dubai.
Good. Let's get this beast loaded and get out of here.
The crew were all veterans of this dangerous, high-demand route.
Captain Brooks, First Officer Lipka, a maintenance engineer, a mechanic, and 3 highly trained loadmasters.
7 souls, all tasked with one of the most difficult jobs in logistics.
Flying cargo out of a war zone is not like flying passengers. The cargo is heavy, it's unconventional, and the environment is high stress. With this kind of cargo, the loadmaster is just as important as the pilot.
But today's cargo was not just unconventional. It was monumental.
5 mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, MRAPs.
A total cargo weight of over 60 tons to be loaded into the belly of a jumbo jet.
Loading a 747 is a game of physics. The plane is a balancing act on a tiny pivot point.
You're not just securing weight, you're securing inertia. If 12 tons of steel decides to move, it will not stop. It will go through anything.
This last vehicle, vehicle number 5, was the key.
The crew's only defense against that inertia was a grid of nylon straps.
It sat at the very back of the hold, just in front of the aft pressure bulkhead.
The pressure bulkhead is the wall that separates the pressurized cargo bay from the unpressurized tail. Behind that wall are the plane's flight controls, the hydraulics, the jack screw.
In essence, the only thing separating 18 tons of steel from the plane's brain was a thin metal wall.
Cargo is secure!
The fatal error was now locked inside the plane.
Bagram Tower, National 102 is ready for taxi.
The entire crash, 7 lives, a $200 million aircraft, came down to this.
The investigation into Flight 102 would reveal a fatal procedural error.
The manual strictly forbid using just straps for a vehicle over 9,000 pounds. It required shackles and chains.
But the crew, pressed for time, used only nylon straps.
Worse, the manual for the MATV specified it must be secured with 24 separate 5,000-pound straps.
The crew, unaware of the specific manual, used only 21.
This created a critical load path that was unprotected. This strap had a 6% abrasion. National's own manual said any strap with any visible damage must be discarded.
National 102, cleared for takeoff, runway 03. Cleared for takeoff, National 102. Cleared for takeoff, 102.
Gear up.
Flaps 10.
Normal. Steep, but normal for a heavy 747.
Climb checklist, please. Climb checklist. Landing gear.
Up and off.
Indicating 10.
But inside the cargo hold, the steep climb angle was pudding. An immense, unbearable.
Passing 1200 on LNAV.
What was that?
The plane's brain was severed. The pilots were now just passengers.
And then there was the strap itself.
Stall, 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 pull up. I'm trying, I can't regain control.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The plane had crashed just 90 seconds after takeoff.
The question was immediate and terrifying. What had happened? Enjoyed shared the process.
The video is horrifying. It's not an aerodynamic stall. It's a structural stall. The aircraft is unflyable. The nose is up, but the plane is falling. This is a catastrophic center of gravity shift.
The answer, they knew, must be in the cargo.
The NTSB and the Afghanistan Ministry of Transportation launched a full investigation.
Positive rate, gear up.
Up and off. The CVR was chillingly normal until 90 seconds in. The audio confirmed the timeline. The flight data recorder would tell them why.
The black box showed the elevator and jack screw were destroyed. The cause was clear, a massive 60-ton cargo shift.
The only question left was, how? These crews are professionals. How does 60 tons of cargo come loose?
The investigation turned to the aircraft's loading manuals. The rules were clear. A vehicle of that weight could not be secured with straps alone.
But National Airlines' own manual contradicted the 747 manual, allowing for straps.
This was the first link in the error chain. The airline's own procedure was insufficient.
But even that insufficient procedure was not followed.
The MATV, weighing 18 tons, required 24 separate 5,000-pound straps.
Based on the wreckage, the loadmaster used only 21.
21 straps instead of 24. And that wasn't all.
We found this. It's a 5,000-pound strap. But look here.
It was worn out. It had lost over 15% of its strength. It should have been thrown away.
Combination: a steep climb, a 60-ton load, an insufficient number of straps, and a worn-out, broken piece of equipment.
The NTSB investigation turned to the airline's manuals.
They were guessing. They were securing an 18-ton vehicle by eyeballing it.
And the final, shocking discovery.
Had not been properly trained on this aircraft.
It was a systemic failure. The airline failed, and the crew, they gave them a flawed manual with improper equipment and insufficient training.
And then put them in a high-stress war zone and ask them to load 60 tons of armor.
The result was inevitable.
The NTSB concluded the probable cause.
These teethings was the improper securing of the cargo, due to the airline's failure to provide proper training and procedures.
The video of Flight 102 became a viral, horrifying reminder of the physics of flight.
It served as a tragic, global lesson on a danger that pilots have always known.
Center of gravity is life. If you lose it, you lose the plane. Period.
The crash led to immediate, worldwide changes. Cargo loading procedures were overhauled. Training was mandated.
The reliance on simple nylon straps for heavy, wheeled cargo was banned by most carriers.
They were professionals, betrayed by a flawed system.
The war in Afghanistan continued. The flights and the risks went on. But the lesson of Flight 102 was now burned into the memory of every crew that flew.
A lesson written in smoke and captured on a silent dashboard camera.